Randy Hamann. I'm a guide with Confluence Outfitters in Northern California. A little bit about my history. I started fly fishing when I was about 12 years old. Picked up a fly rod. I'd fished for a long time. I'd fished as far as back as I can remember with conventional gear, like 3 or 4 or 5 years old. And then picked up a fly rod when I was about 12. Pretty much got hooked on it. A lot of it came from reading about fly fishing and Field and Stream and Sports Field, all those magazines used to have, and then shows on Saturday afternoon on TV. Neighbor buddy of mine that I grew up with, he kind of picked it up at the same time, and his dad also picked up fly fishing about the same time. So by the time I was like 13 years old, was pretty well hooked. I ordered a fly tying kit from Herders in Mitchell, South Dakota, and started tying my own flies and reading articles about fly tying and fly fishing when I couldn't be out on the river. We would take trips as a family to the Sierras a couple times a year, so I'd fish the Stanislaus and the Merced and Tuolumne, American. And then around me growing up, there was some ponds that they would stock with rainbow trout in the wintertime, fish those. And then started my steelhead career about the same time with a fly rod. The San Lorenzo River that flows into the ocean near Santa Cruz, or in Santa Cruz, used to have a decent run of steelhead in a fly fishing fraternity, and started fly fishing for steelhead there when I was probably about 14. And then continued on through my teenage years, and once I got a driver's license, obviously heading up to the Sierra a lot then. Parents would loan the car and go up to the weekend, Sierras, buddies, and fly fish. And then when I became an adult, moved to Gardnerville, Nevada, which I was fishing the east slope of the Sierras a lot in Nevada streams. It was something that I've always done. It's kind of a lifetime sport for me. Never really lost interest. There was times when I did it less than others, but it's always been there. And then 2005, I went through the guide school at Clearwater House on Hat Creek that Dick Galland owned, and was tutored there to basically the next level, being a fly angler and guide. And then dabbled in it till about 2010-11, and that's when I started guiding more consistently. I had another career at the same time, so I split my time, still do to a certain extent. As far as guiding, my main venues are the Trinity River, which we're on right now. I have a home in Douglas City on the Trinity. I've had that for 17 years. The lower Klamath, I've guided the lower, say 26 miles of that for my jet boat. That is a September, October thing. Do that. The Trinity guide from midsummer through March. And then the Fall River, I guide that seasonally as well. It's open year-round now, but I primarily guide the Fall River in starting in April and fish it till September, October. And then the other venue that I guide on is the Lower Sac, and I primarily do that from my jet boat again. Do trout spey trips. Occasionally we pick up a steelhead in the fall, randomly catch steelhead there. And then also do get out of the jet boat and do a lot of walk wading with and using the jet boat as transportation on the Lower Sac for dry fly fishing when they're hitting on top, or just wading and fishing with nips under an indicator or tight lining under with your fly rod. So those are my 4 primary venues: the Trinity, the Lower Sac, the Lower Klamath, and Fall River. So if you're interested, I'd love to get you out here and show you the rivers that I know and the waters that I know and how I fish them. You can reach me by calling the 800 number at confluenceoutfitters.com. If you go to their website, I have personal information there. You can reach me that way. If you want to chat directly about a trip, feel free to give me a call anytime.